Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie, I am the Introverted Reader. And as you can tell, we're in a different location. We are in my old bedroom because the video today is going to be an unhaul. And we're in here because all the books that I planned on unhauling, I just stashed in here. So I couldn't be bothered bringing them over to the other room. And I also couldn't be bothered doing my face because it's my day off and I want to be lazy. So let's talk about all the books that I am getting rid of. I have so many here that I'm parting with. Most of these I have read, but a lot of them I have read. And they're just taking up space, and like, they weren't bad books, I just need them out of my life. So the first stack, all the Death Note black editions, as you can see. I think I've read both these first two. Now, I like Death Note a lot, but I'm just not really in my anime era right now. And a part of me kind of wants to keep a hold of these just so I can, like, finish all of them. Like, I know what happens. I've watched the anime, but yeah, honestly, they're just taking up space and someone else would love them more. Another series that I am unhauling, surprise, surprise, is the Dark Materials. Subtle Knife is over in the other room because I'll talk about my reasons as to why in my wrap up at the end of the month, but these are going. They're going. 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. I love Holly Jackson. I bought her new book yesterday and I'm so excited to read it. But this was not good. I didn't enjoy this, and there's no point in me keeping it if I didn't like it. So, oh, and if it's not obvious, you know, those that get it, get it. I have this little, it just says L, Change the World, written by M. It's like a Death Note short story, I'm assuming. I've never read it. It's really short. I might just flick through it at some stage just to see what it is about, but it's been sitting on my shelf for ages and I haven't read it, so all the Death Note ones are going. Another set of comics that I'm gonna part with, these Black Panther comics that I own. I've read them all, they're good, and I guess I had a little bit of a hyperfixation a while ago that I wanted to get into superhero comics, but I've read them and I haven't gotten any more, and I haven't felt any inclination to read any more, so it's going. You know what, books like that, like comic books and stuff like this, they deserve to be with someone that is gonna truly appreciate them, not me. I'm getting rid of You Should See Me in a Crown. This was a gift from Kaz, and thank you so much for sending me this. I'm going to keep your wee note. But I have read this. It was okay. It wasn't great. But yeah, again, this would be much better suited in the library, I think. I'm going to try and give them to my library. The last time I went to my library, they wouldn't take my books. And I don't know why. I mean, I'll go down there and try again. Wish me luck. But Witches Seeped in Gold. Bored. Getting rid. Another series that I am parting with, and it genuinely hurts my heart because I was rereading this series in preparation to read the last 2 books. But yeah, spoiler alert, The Beautiful series by Renee Ahdieh. I loved the first one. Like, the first and second, really, really good. But then we get to books 3 and 4. What the hell was this? What the hell was going on in here? And after I DNF'd it, I looked up reviews, because obviously I didn't care about being spoiled anymore, and I don't know what happens at the end, but everybody says the ending is terrible, and the relationships just get ruined, so I'm like, you know what? I want no part in that. I don't want any part in that. And like, that, seriously, what was that 4th book? It felt like a completely different, it didn't even feel like a part of the series, it felt like a completely different story. So now I have all these bags full of books that I'm parting with. Now, okay, right, so I have Clap When You Land and With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. Both of these I've read. Both of these I really loved, but again, I don't plan on rereading them, and they'd be much better in a library where people can come in and pick them up and take them home. Same with these, you know, like not all hold on, All Boys Aren't Blue, George M. Johnson. This is a memoir, and I enjoyed this very much. I did. It's great. But again, much better suited in a library or someone else can buy it. Black Flamingo by Dean Atta. Again, gorgeous, beautiful. But I've read it, don't plan on rereading them, and there's no point in me keeping them if that's the case. So, and another series that I'll just lift out one book. Oh yeah, The Diviners by Libba Bray. This is book 2, Layer of Dreams. I love these covers. These came from Australia. Like, these, I think, are the first Australian editions that I got, because I wanted physical copies of them, because I read this series ages ago. I just read them on my Kindle, and I wanted physical copies of them. But I don't plan on rereading them. Like, I might have once upon a time, but now I don't plan on rereading them at all. And if I ever want to, I can get audiobooks. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, they're going much, much better suited for someone who's actually going to appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? And as well, I'm either going to be donating to my library, or I'm going to be going down to Belfast Books. So if you live in Belfast, if you live along the York Road, go to Belfast Books and tell Mr. Books I sent you. Another one, This Poison Heart, Kaelan Barron. Read it. It was okay. I love Cinderella is Dead by this author. I truly, truly do. It's one of my favorite books. This one was good. Sequel, not so much. But again, I feel like in a library, this would be a lot, it would live its life a lot longer in a library. The next few, I'm parting with The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. Again, this was a gift that was sent to me, I believe, by Amy, book 2 with Amy. But again, read it, don't plan on rereading it, and some wee kid can get this from Belfast Books. I have A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahara Moffey. I love this book. I gave it 5 stars, but don't plan on rereading, so it's gonna go. My Angie Thomas collection, The Hate You Gave on the Come Up and Concrete Rose. Again, amazing, wonderful books, but I've read them all, and I don't plan on rereading them, so what's the point in me keeping? So they can go to someone who is going to appreciate them a lot more than I can. The next couple, Nocturna and Blood Air. Obviously, I read both of these books this year or last year. It might have been last year. I love both of these. 2 completely different series, but like both of these I read for the first time last year because they've been sitting on my shelf for ages. I love both of these series. I haven't finished this series yet. I have one more book left, but the Blood Air series, girl. Fantastic, amazing. But again, I only own the first books, and I don't want to buy the other ones because I don't plan on rereading anytime soon. So yeah, they can go. I'm repeating myself a lot in this video. Mainly, all these books are going because I just need space. And Christine Riccio's books. Now, I'm tempted to keep this one because I did really love this one, and it is her debut. But again, I don't plan on reading it again, and I didn't like this one. I didn't like this one at all. I DNF'd it. So, and again, they can go somewhere where they will be better appreciated, and that is what we all need to take from this video. It's nothing against these books. It's nothing against these authors. I really enjoyed all these books, but 2 main reasons. 1, I need the space because I don't have a lot of space. It might look like I have lots of space, but I really don't. And, again, I've read them, I've loved them, but they can go to someone else that can read them and love them. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I'm unhauling this because again, I read it, thought it was just okay. I'm gonna keep Kaz's little note. I left it sitting by a window with the sun shining on it, and it's looking a bit wrinkly, but it's perfectly still intact. So yeah, I'm gonna give this, and some wee child can pick this up and read it and enjoy it. So this one in here, I have Wings of Ebony. Again, I read this book. I think I have a review for it on my channel. And there is a sequel to this, but I don't feel inclined to pick up the sequel, if I'm being honest. I'm willing to just look at this as a standalone. Really good. Really, really good. But someone else can appreciate it. Another Lee Bardugo book that I forgot to get rid of. This is Language of Thorns, Midnight Tales and Dangerous Magic. This is basically a short story collection featuring all of the folklore within the Grishaverse. It's beautiful. Like, the illustrations in here, absolutely stunning. Like, look at this. Absolutely stunning. But again, I've read it. Don't plan on rereading, and there's no point in me keeping it. So, there's that. Another few comics that I am getting rid of. My Sandman comics. I have volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4. I only read volume 1. And if I'm being honest, like, I know the TV show was dark, but the comics seem to be even darker. And usually I don't mind dark stuff, but a lot of the stuff just made me uncomfortable, made me a little bit squeamish. So I'm like, you know what? Forget the comics. I'm going to stick with the TV show. Don't know when the next season of the TV show is coming out. We know it's coming. But yeah, I don't want to keep these anymore. They can go to someone else. Let me see. So I have here Proud, which is stories, poetry, and art on the theme of pride. I feel like this would thrive in a library. It's just dying in here, sitting on my shelf, because I've read it once, don't plan on rereading, and I feel like I can give this to the library, or hopefully my library will be willing to take it. Hopefully my library's not homophobic. But I'm going to try and give this to the library, or I'm going to donate it to Belfast Books. And yeah, this would thrive somewhere else. Now these two, the Wrath and the Dawn duology by Renee Ahdieh, listen, I love these. I do. And like Wrath and the Dawn, both of them, amazing, gorgeous. But again, I no plans to reread anytime soon. And if I want to, I can get the audiobook. Right. Last few books in this bag. I have In Deeper Waters by F.T. Lukens. This was the first book I read from this author. I read If This Is Ever After from him. Sorry. Hold on, let me see. Oh, sorry, F.T. Lukens is a woman. Oh, my word. I am so sorry. It says her. My mistake. I'm so sorry. I thought you were a man. No, I'm sorry. F.T. Lukens is a woman. Excuse me. That's a grave mistake on my part. I thought you were a man. But I've read this. Didn't really like this. This was one of those situations where, like, the concept sounded amazing. Execution, not so much. But again, this can thrive somewhere else. Because it's about a prince that, like, gets stranded on a pirate ship and falls in love with one of the pirates, which I was fully willing to lap up and enjoy, but it just wasn't all that great. And I have a wee collection of some Juno Dawson here. So I have This Book Is Gay, I have What's the Tea, and I have The Gender Games. Now, again, I feel like these would thrive in a library. I know that this is one of the most banned books ever. And, you know, well, people are trying to ban this, and probably this as well. But these would thrive in a library, I feel like. I'm really hoping that my library is not homophobic and that I can donate them to them. Or, like, if you're watching this and you work in a library and you'd be willing to take these, just DM me either on Twitter or Instagram. They're down below. DM me, like, if you're a teacher that works in a library and you think that your school would benefit from any of these, just DM me and let me know. And I would gladly send them to you. But yeah, read them once. Great information in here. But again, they're dying on my shelf. You know, like, they would be so much better somewhere where they can be, you know, somewhere like a library where they can be checked out. where they can be checked out over and over, you know what I mean? But yeah. Let's put all these back in the bag. One more bag, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between. Last bag. We have more Juno Dawson. Yes, we have more Juno Dawson. I have Clean, we have Meat Market, and we've got Hollow Pike. Again, nothing against them. Juno Dawson's a great author. I have a video where I talk about these books, reading a favorite author's backlist. I did a video. It wasn't these three. It was Clean, Meat Market, and Wonderland. But I got rid of Wonderland ages ago, and then now I'm finally getting rid of these. I'll try and find that video if I can, and maybe link it down in the description. But yeah, wasted here. Now the last series, the last 4 books that I plan to get rid of, question mark maybe. I go back and forth on this series. Like, it's been sitting for ages. It's the Ember and the Ashes. So, Ember and the Ashes, Torch Against the Night, and then Reaper at the Gates and Sky in the Storm. Now, I love this, but like you can see, they don't match, which I was okay with for a while. Like, this one has the people on it, and then they changed them again to look like this. I don't think they have hardcovers with these covers anymore. But these two are like the OG UK hardcovers that they don't print anymore. And I just felt special owning these, you know, and I just wanted to just like keep them in their mind. And I was planning on maybe try and find a copy to replace this so that at least it wouldn't stick out so much because it's white and the rest of them are dark. But I did see on Saba's Instagram that she's going to be writing another story set within this world. So I'm like, do I want to keep them? Do I want to keep them and reread them? Or will I need to reread them for this story whenever it comes out? Because it's coming out in October. Like, I'm confusion. I'm low-key tempted to just keep them. Like, I know I can find some other books to replace these if I decide not to get rid of them. So, I mean, I see the Gilded Wolves over there. The Gilded Wolves might be on the chopping block real soon. But anyway, I'll keep you posted if I decide to get rid of these or not. But yes, but all the rest of them, everything else that you saw here, 100% definitely going, because they need to go. The only ones I'm questioning are these 4. But anyway, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. Yes, when we unhaul in this house, we unhaul hard. So like I said, I'm either going to donate to a library or Belfast Books. And if you live in like North Belfast, York Road area, then go on down to Belfast Books, support a small business, and tell John I sent you. So I'll see if I can leave his Twitter handle down below, because he's on Twitter all the time. So, and also my Twitter and Instagram. And like I said, if you work in a library or a school or whatever, and you think your library would appreciate some of the Juno Dawson nonfiction, let me know. But anyway, I'll see you in my next video, which will be at the weekend. Subscribe if you're new, ring the bell, and I'll see you at the weekend. Bye.